Where were you?
I was there.
Jays, my target, Jays. You. You. Nah, get to the you. On a real. Dinaledi, Ep.8, become the legends of the game.
DJ Lemonka,
the legend is Arona, Majita Baba influence.
Hola,
Yeah, man, where's the game of faith? Tonight, but on the Chala Divare, Halibuasio, get blind because it's been a while since Kibatla who Libua Motswako Kale or Motswako Utsaka. So far, Gauta la Bua Mara Hakukure Motswako Kale. You know what it is? Motswako sounds very privileged. It comes from a very privileged background.
From everything you've heard, I can tell you this.
You know
it's a
what I mean?
brotherhood.
I can brotherhood, but the resources, the DJ, Metro FM, the channels are
But the truth is, I don't know. The truth is, Motswako is from you. You are Motswako, we all Motswako.
Yeah.
No, but I'm making a point. I'm just making a point.
Yeah, no, I do understand you.
I'm just making a point. I'm listening. You are not speaking to, or we are not speaking to, I would say, Satsuin Mabato High, or all Satsuin go Mafikin, or Satsuin go, I'll say it, a privileged background. Mabana, so it becomes very strange for me to communicate le majita bako bonganaka. Guess why music wa pila too much gore ha thola di element tse le golang ka tsone je sa gore mang family mang wa bona ha re da wa bona if ubua le mjita out there mo South Africa or okay Motswako ke movement wa setšhaba sotlhe. How do you explain then gore it sounds so
family?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I appreciate gore vele. That's how it started. That's how it started.
Where we are now, you need to appreciate the fact that music in itself, once you start breaking it down, this music will be saying, and will be saying, then we start isolating each other. That's why now,
Prof, this is what I'm saying is what I'm saying.
No, I hear you. That's
we
why
are having
that's why I can go to any problem or listen to any other hip hop.
We are having a problem
who raps in whatever language.
We are having a problem who explain la majita out there or Motswako ke. For 20 years. Le gompieno no yana. Ha re khone go bolela motho gore Motswako ke, but I got a clue gore Motswako ke sharp. Why Motswako o le fluid ka mo kholeng fluid ka teng. Ha Stoan na bua ka gore he was a dancer. I saw him when he was a dancer. For Tebe. Next thing I would hear a guy rap. It was a mind fuck. You know? And I would say this, it influenced me in a sense I got to appreciate other music genres, not just hip hop. Where I'm getting at, Gore, we have to define Motswako in terms of is this hip hop or is it not hip hop? Because the roots are not hip hop.
Okay, Dukes.
No.
Dukes. Oh, I need to answer you.
The roots are Motswako.
First question, Motswako game.
Yeah.
I feel for me, I got that question answered when I performed to a civic hall in a little village called Mahalape, filled with all age groups from kids to grown-ups. Ne?
Yeah.
Rapping to these people. And finally connecting with people I call my own. That's when I knew what it was. You know what I mean?
What is it?
I
dog?
think if you had to write
A
it,
connection.
What is it,
I think if
dog?
you had to write
Because
it
you
more
know,
selong,
there's a
if you
love-hate
had to write it
relationship.
mo
become-
booking,
Yeah.
o kry-a test gote Motswako ke eng. I think if you're going for it in a very academic way, you know, if you look at the area where it was crystallized,
Yeah.
which I would say is the age of Jabba. One of the key things that Jabba brought to the music was
Yeah.
the versatility of
Yeah.
Motswako. I think it's the most versatile style of music based on rap.
Yeah.
In sort of not hip hop per se, but
based on
rap.
rap.
Yeah.
Based on rap as a delivery, a primary delivery form.
Nice.
But in terms of the language, we also found versatility in that by now starting to bring in other languages. In the and our command of even your cadence and your diction and your pronunciation. I mean, sometimes how utlwa khuli o tshwantse o utlwe le sentle gore ana re bua sekgwa kgotsa o bua Setswana. Wa bona?
So ha ke redisa o thuswa go Rustenburg da. A o repa Motswako kapa o repa o repa ba ibitsa tlhakana.
One of
Yeah,
the
but
best,
it's- yeah,
best advices.
So,
one of the best piece of
What
advice
ground do we
I've given Morafi.
Yeah.
When they came to me as young boys, but I was like, no. Rap as you speak. One of the things that Motswako embodies is self-expression.
Yeah.
And this is what I said to them: rap like you speak, and this is where the lingo comes in. The same lingo you use ko strateng, ko le madita. Take that, put it in the rap. This is how I started rapping Kadilang.
Araba authile ko Tlexdorp re ne o tuna strata wena o botla o re ne fit because
Yes, take that language. Take that language.
Ke
Let's
Motswako
put it
right
into
ke
music.
Motswako.
Motswako.
But at the end,
Wow,
I
re
think-
ke
I think
Motswako. Ba re ke
you are
strata
what you
bone
say you
mos.
are.
Yeah.
You know,
Who
you
said
are
ke
what you
Motswako?
say you
and the
are.
biggest
Wa bona?
thing, ne?
Who said ke Motswako?
Yeah, exactly my point. The biggest thing is that we all want to identify with something
And pigeonhole
or want to be
things.
a part of something.
Pigeonhole
So it's an
things.
issue.
Yeah.
It's an issue of just identity or
Identity, yeah. Ratwana, we all do music.
Yeah.
Like stop.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's
Pigeonholing.
I think
Yeah.
it's
But
a
my
brand.
thing is
This is
we
important. Sorry to
Yeah.
no, Stoan. I know similar bongo mafen. Ne literally dira di gong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were rejecting somebody calling himself the king of Kwaito.
Kwaito.
Yes.
So we didn't want
It
to
was a
fight with him
statement,
for the
not
title
anything.
of being king. We said we're doing a whole different style of music, which is
Okay.
the gong.
Okay.
And one of the things that we started doing deliberately is to put bass lines and drum lines as the most dominant elements of our music.
Yes.
So if you listen to Kalawa music, Motswako BOP,
Yeah.
the bass line is really strong. That is cool.
Yeah.
The dum,
Yeah.
dum, 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 dum. Yeah, it's
what's
the
that album
bass
that
line.
BOP,
Yeah.
was
I wanna-
sick as a-
And I think
Project
we
Z.
safe as hip hop heads, ne, Mumzanzi, that you can call it whatever you want to call it, but we're in a safe place that it's all the same. It's just what we call it.
Yeah.
But we can't fight about that shit.
like
we
that.
strata
Yeah.
or we ing.
I like that.
Yeah, but
Like fuck.
I like that.
It's the same thing. So
Brothers.
our biggest problem is ego.
Yeah. No.
No.
No, I'm just saying that.
No, I think people
What,
wanna-
no, the reason
wanna-
I'm saying
no,
that.
people
I get it.
wanna
No,
be
the-
defined
the
as
point- the
themselves.
point,
Dudes, the only reason I'm saying that
Yeah.
is that we end up saying gore naki dira ing.
Yeah.
That's ego clashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you name yourself.
Yeah.
You don't like imagine every
Yeah.
artist will
Yeah.
identify what I want my music to
Yeah.
be called.
Yeah.
Not the people who are listening to it.
Yeah.
We always come up
Yeah.
with it. So it's a time now
Yeah.
we need to understand what we're doing hip hop. All of us should not call like even if I say kidira whatever. I can't tell my audience ki whatever.
Yeah.
Let my audience decide what it is because I'm delivering to them.
Yeah.
Those who take will
It's
take.
tricky,
Those who
that
don't
thing,
take
though.
will.
It's
No,
tricky.
No,
It's
because
tricky.
like
You know
somebody
what?
politics.
No, even not.
I don't know if you get me.
No, I get you completely. But it's tricky, that thing, simply because we, at the end of the day, for you to be sustainable, for you to be able to keep bringing the product back to your audience, by about support, you need on some level to define it. Wabon, what is key is what is driving your definition of this thing.
Yes.
Are you defining it because now you're just trying to name a new box that you want to
Genre,
stand
yeah.
on top of and be the tallest out of? Or whatever. Brahu rejected being called a jazz musician. He was just a musician. And I think the more we try and pull ourselves towards being musicians, that will be cool. And mo e leng gore o mongwe ba tlo go ipitsang o batla go ipitsang ke dilo tsa youngsters. I think how start go gola wa realize music ke wa rona rotlhe and wa bulega. I mean all that other stuff is really frivolous. Quincy Jones did one of the top hip hop albums back on the block. You know, it was the first big collaborative compilation in Albo Ice-T, Mama. Imagine Quincy Jones with the guy who did Fuck the Police. Cop Killer. Yeah, Ice-T. Yeah. So we gotta understand, when we came in here, we were working with one of the top respected musicians, which is Don Lack. His peers were laughing at him for doing that kwaito. And rona kwaito, nile se ituri bitso kwaito. Kan makwaito niriti iling, nile is kupusele se cheapy se salezeng.
Na ritse ba kwaito.
Salezeng and makwaito ile masware ki masware mo. Yeah,
makwaito, yeah.
So I think I'm getting that.
Are you guys dissing kwaito? Are you dissing kwaito?
I feel you.
Because Kutuks, I mean, at some point we could say these two are actually poets. These guys are not, or he's a storyteller, or he's a poet.
And but what's
you know what I'm saying? No, Motswako Otsena, it's a by the by thing. Give me.
But Arabam Putsonyaga Tux, which is very important before we close to Rega, because it's very important to me as well. You know, Motswako has never been able to grow beyond a certain collective. You know, I think Osmek talks about generations: first generation, second generation, third generation. When we get to the third generation, we don't see any growth at all. You know, I always trying to blame the dynamics of changing industry. You know, the death of record labels and the birth of the indies, the birth of the internet, or you know, globalization. I don't know, but answer this honestly, guys. Is Motswako a movement who are privileged? Since now you can see it's rooted in Gaborone and Mafikeng, where people had access to the Mabanas and the Matohais and keyboards, and why is it not growing in Taung, in Khanyesa, in Poch, and in...
No, I think it came out, you know, like how hip-hop twisted. Humpian hip-hop, the top hip rappers, get some of the richest kids. Baba Tsonko, Haba struggle.
Yes,
you
with
know
no
what I'm saying?
struggle at
Haba
all.
struggle, Baba regular di career.
Yes.
You know? With Motswako, it's the other way around.
I would love that.
Mare on the other way, hey, Antonio in China, Mare, born. Now the other thing, Motswako is the other way around. We as an environment, that's why we were speaking earlier, being rural from Koretswankote was not synonymous with being poor.
Poverty,
With poverty. So yes, to say long story short, yes, Motswako comes from a privileged environment, but not necessarily because they really cheese kids. Just because the environment itself was a fertile ground, and any seed that you would have planted in that ground would have grown up to flourish. Right? The problem in 21. There were a sequence of years where there was at least one Motswako guy, maybe 5 acts, that in that year, that was the top act in the country. Now, if we look back, how many of those people turned back and paid back to the youngsters the way Jabba did it? Jabba, even I think at a point too, he co-struggled with the people. He destroyed relationships in the heat of creativity and the pressure of creativity. You know, some of the youngsters, they came up after him. It was almost like a chip on their shoulder to show him.
I disagree with that.
This is my turn.
I disagree with how you're painting other niggas.
Mojo. No, wait, let me no, but I agree, so you can't disagree with an unfinished
visual artists.
It's unfinished. No, I do agree with you that I am saying something that is quite abrasive. I agree with it. Okay. I'm putting myself in that.
Yes.
We're all looking at our own dreams. You know, the truth is the truth. It's self-evident. I mean, I don't know what a group of youngsters that you brought up.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
The point, to the level, like Bo Casper, Bo Mojo,
You know-
Kuli, Wena, Onna, the youngsters that I brought. I tried both Dogs of War, but I
Yes.
realized something. I don't have a talent for that.
For that.
Wabona,
Yes.
to be in charge of people's dreams, because now, how am I instruction? That instruction was able to grow me. Didn't say buyer. How am I instruction, Angel? He's still stuck there. Either ha or ha batlo go gutli.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So not that is my opinion as to why things didn't grow. Looking at where other growth spurts happened.
Yes.
Ko Kalawa,
Yes.
what Oskido was doing. Ko 999, what that guy was
was
doing.
doing, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Arthur,
Yeah.
Arthur, and
Yeah.
everywhere else there's been growth.
Yes.
Where around Java,
Yes.
you know, where growth was happening. I saw people almost sacrifice their place in order to bring other
Others
people up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think that Motswako didn't grow, simply because there weren't enough of us that either
Planting.
because circumstantially, maybe not because
Yes.
but because circumstantially, first of all, everybody else, Rona, we always have to take a
Outsiders.
300-kilometer trip in order to come here, to come and find a place. He has to leave. From Kwalenkote, Boskizo, Lebomama, all have to come to Josie.
Yeah.
So how you rent there? You're not even thinking of simple things.
And that's why, so, like, I agree with you so much, Nesto. And then to take it a bit further, that's why now I look at it different.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Like, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you say.
Yeah.
Ne? The biggest problem with me that I have, and I came to terms with, made peace with it, and I was able to grow,
Yeah.
is that I stopped seeing myself as doing for somebody.
Yeah.
I started living my life as me. Whatever it is, whether it's rap, whether it's DJing, whether it's talking bullshit, or fucking some motherfucker up, you know, it's just me. I'm just like, you need to be fluid because Mudimu will never channel you.
Nice.
You get my point? When I'm Mojo, have I ever come back to you and like, yeah, how rap the way Nick Batlaga? No, never. I've never been that way because I learned the right way. How hola, you learn different things. Wahola in knowledge as well. So you can't box yourself. Motswako is us. We all Motswako. Like, ke Motswako. That's why it's called Motswako. Mixture. Yes. No. But then, here's the danger. If we say Motswako, and we define Motswako as a mixture, now what? If you say it's a mixture,
not cool.
then why are you gonna exclude somebody else?
Yeah.
You see how fucked up you are. Then you're being judgmental.
Was that something that's related to what Brooks asked, guys?
Yeah.
Of course, putting up somebody or helping somebody to come in the game is one thing, but the influence, how far do you think Motswako has influenced other cats or you guys, as you guys were moving, somebody coming up to you and say, yeah,
You know how far it's influenced it? Mapiano. It's in rhythm form, whether you like it or not.
No, but I even think in the form, I think it's a lot. The problem is that there is 99% of the recorded music because it never gets published. You know? So, like I also want the thousands and millions of songs that have been published, they form 1% of the peanuts that recorded. Really, I've got a genius producer at the bad man. You know,
I remember
that man
Stevie on tour with him,
that man, who produced the music, I'll consume because he's so precious about
Oh
his
my
music.
word.
Just give away your music for free.
Motswako has opened a lot of gates.
Yeah. So
In terms of influence. Motswako
Yeah,
has
guys,
opened
you
a
know,
lot of
I don't
gates.
think we should feel... No, I want to say, gents, we don't have to feel bad about the state that Motswako no ya. Re ska etsa ka pelo. Tshwantsela re ipotse dipotso tsa gore ntleke why and answer those questions honestly. Ba bona, re nne honest with each other and not paint pictures yo. Wa ntlhaloganya. Let's be real about this. Motswako o tswa mo segongwaneng se se rileng ko Mahikeng ko Botswana. It has never been able to spread its influence. Okay, gents.
Yeah,
No,
but to be fair,
notes.
Look, right now it's so easy to record music, right?
Yeah.
It's the easiest time to do music.
Yes.
But are you seeing anything popping up piano from Maftown?
I want tlhaloganya mfethu. I want idea.
No,
That's
what I
why I get
mean-
ratile.
So
it's
That's why I get
a- so
ratile
it's a
what.
general,
I
it's a
get what
general
you're saying.
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daddy. It's
Yeah,
a general
yeah.
state that the arts in
Yeah.
because dintwana they are recorded. They don't have a channel to bring their products to market.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wawan.
Oh, yes.
There's a science that we need to learn about the music industry and how it works.
Tell
it's
us.
a process.
What's the
Yeah.
sign?
You know, it's a process.
It's a process.
No, it's a process because a lot of us stop with we speak about brands, but we don't understand what branding is. Wabona branding ke kgomo wa e tsaya, we bear stempe.
Yeah.
Ha e le molemi, e le kgomo ya ga molemi, ba itse gore okay, kgomo e ya ditsebe tse di tshwailweng yana, e ja mo mafulong a, we e tlhokomela jana di mane, it's breeding with that bull.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that is already go na le batho ba itseng gore ha e le kgomo ya letshwao le,
Yeah.
the
Value
value
is-
emo.
Yes.
Now, rona hi, hariti, people, they just, khotsalwa dikgomo, di fula anywhere,
Ja,
and they
whatever.
have no identity. And therefore, no one is able to attach to say, okay. And that's why stables are important.
Yeah.
Because why is kgomo e fepilwe ko kae?
Yeah.
It breedilwe yang ke
Yes.
mang,
Yes.
with what genetics?
Yeah.
Wa bona? So that is the problem. Gore ko tlaleng, that path to market e kwalegile because the people ba bona le experience ba itseng dio tseo ya ka rona. We still here le rona re tshwaregile ka mathata a rona.
Yeah.
And what we need to do, we needed those people by long the ba ba tshwereng those resources, which is both arts and culture, the Mawana foundations, the private people. Gore ba itse gore how we put Maftown on the map all those years. And it's not fell about music. It was multidisciplinary.
Yeah.
They all went to the pinnacle of their respective crafts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We needed to create or rather maintain that. We can't do that thing. We're just struggling to have a career.
So true.
Wa bona malate ko consider ha ba di bane
trying to
o
pay
we are struggling to have a career gents. That's
Ba bona
the
di
thing.
superstar, yeah?
Yeah, ba bona di
But
superstar.
I
They
think
expect us
Leroy,
to
And
that's
that's
our
where they
biggest
get it wrong.
mistake. No, not in they get it wrong. I think the biggest problem is us, who've passed there. You get my point. To make them understand. Obviously, Lorona wanted to be superstars when we started out.
Yes.
It's only natural. You're human.
Yeah, that's the dream, yeah?
Yeah, but Rona now, because we know better, we don't go back and say, guys, it's not about that.
Yeah.
What Like that's our biggest mistake. Like I want to groom a young artist
Yes.
to be big,
Yeah.
but how about I groom him to be himself?
Yeah.
Sure.
And also I think
different things.
we've got a problem we shifting as a country in general to a messiah complex.
Okay.
That's why we want to fire presidents. We wanna always like kuna le motho o mo supang ka monwana gore ke phoso the boogeyman.
Yeah.
And that's why the people that want to control us will show us somebody who's supposed to be our enemy so we can collectively remarch
Hate on
against them.
them. Yeah.
I don't know one country on this earth that has marched their way to prosperity.
None.
That has toy their way and bent their way to prosperity.
None. None.
You know? So, le mo mokodu go tsosa o itsosa
Yeah.
mo botshelo.
That's true.
Malaiti a ha ile gore ba batla go tsoga.
Yeah. Abajoga.
So that's the truth.
Gents, you know, a big part of our conversation, better part of our conversation was about Kalawa Jazz.
Yeah.
Le na le story tse dintsi ka Kalawa Jazz, meaning gore you all had a house,
It's a foundation for
you all
all
had
of
a
us.
home.
Like the mere fact that
Ba bona for us to expect Malate gore ba eme hela, ba eme
It was not a charity home. Re tsene because ne re tlo replace a boom shack.
Ke rate gone ha ona shanty home no ya dintwa.
But the thing is, where we from, ne? What do we do to the young artists who don't know?
Ra?
Rona re tswa kwa ke.
Eh.
So yanong ha re tla mo go Lemonka no.
Yeah.
Lemonka o batla go ya ko Kalao. You get my point? He sees his art form, his career, it needs to be shaped by Kalao. And
Yeah.
o tla go go ena because you from Kalao.
Yeah.
What we tend to do as the older artists who've been there before,
Yeah.
we lie to Lemonka. We gas him up. That's how it's supposed to be. Instead of
Not
being
even,
honest.
man.
No, I'm just saying.
You know what?
No.
There are many guys that came in the same time you were there.
No.
They failed.
No, Tsepo.
With the same resources,
Tsepo,
they failed.
Tsepo, the reason I'm saying this, I'm not saying us, ne?
rough.
But I'm just saying that in the bigger picture, like these young kids have a perception of how music is supposed to go out, how you're supposed to be an artist. Another problem that we have is that Rona, not literally Rona like you and I, but it's that we don't teach, no, life is not like that.
Yeah.
Life is not a TV. No.
No, I do. You know what? A lot of youngsters,
Tonto
but
Sope.
why don't you?
Yeah.
Like,
It's a decision.
The first thing I say to a
Ostopwe.
person, sotla pele.
Kupa, before we raise Wala.
L-skillz,
I don't know if I make sense.
Stoan,
Yeah.
Prof, individually. What do you, last parting words, like not really last parting words, but what do you feel you have contributed to the mass movement of music? Not necessarily Motswako, but
I wouldn't say individually, but what Motswako has contributed,
Yeah.
I was trying to say earlier on, or it's opened a lot of gates.
Yeah.
We opened the gate, yeah, freedom of expression.
yeah,
With Crowded Crew, we created a language and rapped in it.
yeah,
Jabba even says it nicely, we made Tswana fashionable. You know, that's one of the gates we opened. We made it possible for people like Jasi to actually even express himself in
Shona.
Yeah.
In Shona.
we made people like Bo Alaska come up with your
yeah.
Wawon.
The lingo, yeah.
And that's one of the gates we opened. We made it possible. Possible, but we guys like yourself, Morafi, the next generation now, Motswako, they got confidence. You guys got confidence that you say, okay, so they can do it, so maybe we can too. You know,
This thing,
that's
doable.
it's doable. That's one of the gates we opened.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Dream, yeah.
The dream is alive.
Yeah.
That's what I can
Because
say.
you are addressing Tux at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's the same
Yeah.
dream, you know?
Yeah.
The youngsters, if they are catching a dream, then
Yeah.
they must do something about their dreams.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I feel
respect
that's one of the gates we opened.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Mr. T.
Well, for me, I feel it has bridged generational gaps.
True.
Yeah.
I feel like I can connect. So I got a story from some dude, Antari. He got home, he's raised by his grandmother.
Yeah.
He got home drunk and he's got this beautiful relationship with the grandmother, lighthearted. So he's making noise, you know? And then the grandmother was like, hey, did you man, like, since you know? And he was telling me what it was a track of yours called Kali, you know? And I was touched.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's almost like Mseni Mkolonari, these are like, get that thing so
Yeah.
you know? And I'm just like, so urban culture has literally found a way where our narratives are relatable to our
Common.
predecessors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, it has always been about the connection. Forget everything. The connection with the people.
With the people.
Yeah. That's what it is. For me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Now, for now, I think it was also an education to myself because with Setswana and Motswako, I was able to travel the world. You know, we've opened for Femi Kuti out on Bollywood, Hollywood Bowl and played Central Park. We performed in Russia, Japan, you know, Kenya, different places that I couldn't have gone without Setswana. You know, Setswana specifically because I don't think I would have become a musician without Setswana or gotten to the level that I have. So it's for me, I'm hoping that I've shown people that the world wants to see you being you.
Authenticity.
And also like within that, if you whatever, there's nothing new under the sun except how it's done. Grandma was a poet, but the kind of poet that I am has opened up possibilities for other people. Expression ka Setswana in terms of the TV show now, people are proud to be themselves. And actually I expected to be themselves out there. So versatility, gore yaanong o kgona go ithuta di-skills tse dintšha and also o maintainile your identity. So you can be so many things mo lefatsheng and define yourself according to your own language and your mother tongue.
Before ke fetela go bit Prof. Abana ba go Boston.
Bana ke gate ba bua mother tongue, ma bone ke Mothosa. Malaika o itse Setswana mara ke Setswana sa mo Gauteng.
Okay.
Le nna ne ke feela Setswana go Sotho. Ba bua Sexhosa se Africa se tla nna sengwe. Tsatsi le lengwe gongwe go
No, the common language for
Yeah, no, the common language. I mean, Setswana here, I mean, Mojozi, it's funny enough, ke pleke ya Batswana, ke Gauteng, mara Setswana is not so common. Ke Sotho maybe.
Is the commercial value of the language.
Yeah.
As language, value in our mother tongues. Our African languages.
I think there is.
Current economic realities.
Yeah, I think there definitely is, but it has to come as a deliberate and intentional thing. It's like
I feel like you're asking that question, the answer.
But if you look at Matlakala, the divorce rate is over 50%. But there are places where you can look and find love if you're looking for it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But normally, I want to answer that also.
Yeah.
That's the biggest legacy.
Yes.
In terms of theming and Puerone and the narrative, maybe it's an oral tradition.
Yes.
Rehitisa through these kind of platforms. You know what I mean? So yes, there is total significance. You know, and I feel like it's fading. And the more we do more of this and using more of Puerone, then we can preserve something that is ours. You know, a little bit of it.
Now, first and foremost, I thank you guys for what you guys are doing for the culture. And when I mean the culture, I don't mean Setswana culture. I mean African culture. Every dialect.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait till you guys sit here with somebody Obuang Seshona, somebody who wants Seswati. You get my point? Because what we are doing and what we don't see, like we continue to box ourselves, and us as black people, like don't forget, like music, any type of music, it's born from a protest and through black people. Don't forget that shit. Now we trying to box ourselves to be this, to be that. That's why we fuck it up. Now we make white people and capitalism to win.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
This is where we grew up. Kadinani, Kahopela, in front of the fire. Every tribe grew up like that.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are we trying to box each other? Motswako means togetherness.
Yeah.
So why the fuck
Melting pot.
are we trying to box each other then make it grow? This podcast should be go Nigeria.
Yeah.
And you guys go understand how these people make their music in their language and teach us.
Yeah.
That's what Botu means. Ubuntu, Botu, Katswana, Botu. But now, the biggest problem that we have, we always trying to box ourselves. Can we stop doing it's like Majita Josie. Nahanabare hip hop yamo Josie ke se Josie.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna make it hard for us.
Nobody else can come in.
And Josie, Johannesburg itself is the capital of the music industry.
Yes.
That's where the record companies are.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Now imagine us now, we wanna define ourselves and distance the other people. That's the most fucked up thing we could ever do, bro. Like that's why now I hate this debate. Like when people ask me who started Motswako, you started Motswako, they call me Prof, you started Motswako. Like, were you there? Coffee at 16. Now let me tell you what happened. Coffee at 16. Bruce was there, Stoan was there, Lately was there. You get my point? So you can't say I started.
And the women.
Because when you heard me, doesn't mean I was the first one to do it.
Yeah.
Because your ear got open to me, doesn't mean I was the first. So what we fail to do is we fail to correct the wrongs and the perception that the industry or everybody has blindfolded us with. Motswako, Motswako mafikeng. No, fuck that bullshit, bro.
Nice.
Motswako is a mixture.
Yeah.
But Flabber, like, fuck, Flabber didn't die for Motswako. Mischief didn't die for Motswako. Like, if you don't say that, then fuck you. You're not Motswako either. Because now you're basing it on a fucking language, bro. A language. And that's what white people did. That's why we are in South Africa, because of apartheid. Because of Bantustan, Batswana ba, Xhosa ba, Zulu ba,
Yeah, no more now. Where ka Sobukwe?
No, but let's be real. Let's be real. Like, I
I
can't
want to quickly add on to what Prof is saying.
Like,
No, for
we
real, though, he's
actually,
right.
we
He's
actually
absolutely right.
watering down
I want to quickly
our
add on to what Prof
God-given
is saying.
talent.
Yeah,
Everything
are-
like Modimo le Badimo, to water it to one specific mother tongue.
I want to quickly
know,
add on to what Prof is saying.
Yeah,
I want to quickly add on to what Prof is saying. Yes. Look at this. Look at this. Jabulani is a Zulu name.
I'm
Tambo
Shona.
is a Shona name.
Yeah.
Jabulani, Tambo, Onagua Setswana. That's Motswako. Isn't that a mixture?
Yeah.
That's Motswako.
Yeah, Motswako.
This question can be taken by anybody. Like Motswako legacy. What is happening now?
Motswako legacy is our kids, bro. We birth kids. We birth kids right now to continue. We pass on the baton. It's a marathon. I'm not the late.
Look, guys, there's a lot of youngsters out there. I think they still want to call themselves Motswako.
Yes.
What we can do, if we have a chance, mentorang malaiti. Like bagay advice a fella in the DM. Talk to somebody and say, I know someone. Bakopanya without you expecting a cut from that thing. Harka irayalo. I think there's a way forward. Because since
Yes. Bye-bye.
You know, my biggest fascination
James,
in
I
this
want
whole
to say
music
this
industry,
in closing.
my biggest fascination now is Maglera Doughboy.
yeah, he's dope.
Not because he's just a good rapper, but the lingo.
Yeah.
It's a mixture.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of
lingo.
everything. Whether present, past, present, future tense, everything is all mixed. That's what Motswako is. We need to visualize, see, and live.
Those dope
that.
cats from Mufftown.
Like, have you ever listened to Pro Kid back in the day? I'm like, shit.
Heshwag.
Heshwag. Yeah. Yeah.
Passion is nice.
You get my point? Like, fuck, like, it's a mind fuck. You listen to that, it's a fucking mind fuck. You listen to a Zulu artist, or somebody who that's closer. You don't understand, but you know already what this is.
What
the
is dope
shit.
is dope.
Yeah,
And
but
it teaches
Dreamer's
you.
Cup, actually in 2020,
Yeah.
Dreamer's
Yeah.
Cup came up to me.
Yeah.
Dreamer's Cup is also
Yeah, they came to me
And doesn't
and
it-
told me what actually got them into that thing. The Motswako that they saw us doing in Smacktown.
Wow.
There's a lot of cats actually, I won't mention them here, but because we said we were rapping in English until we saw you guys and we thought,
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
James,
thing.
I think you guys did good.
Number one punchliner.
Yeah, you've
Number one
influenced.
storyteller.
You've influenced the nation. You've
Dude,
influenced
it's all about us. Our growth.
kids,
You're
James. You've influenced generations. You know?
Put them
Even,
with-
yeah, you've put us on.
I mean,
put us
look-
on. I don't think it should be a thing our remake like lefoko la Motswako. We should
Yeah, you guys put us
retware
on,
that
you
in
know,
your
this is what we
revive
taken
you know.
Yeah.
Niggas go KZN bana le mbacanga. You know,
Tanzania and
wabona ditswaraso. So all I was saying is, it's fine if that in your next study to go mafikeng, but how are we growing it so that it's relatable to everyone and anyone can do it without feeling or nah, that is not mine.
boxed into something.
Wabona,
But
yeah.
quick one, Lemonka. Sorry. Has the South African media as a whole blackballed Motswako? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But when you say media, who are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the commercial media.
I always say fuck that. Well, like to commercial, like
That's
to
your
media in
opinion.
general. No,
I think
Fuck that.
we could. I mean, look, we could meet each other somewhere. But yes, go the radio station in
Yeah.
there. Hona le mathatanyana, there's a Payola issue. There's
Hona le masepa.
but
Say
what
it
about
like
it's
it is.
music either.
Yeah.
So they can't listen to something. And even
Regionalism?
at the record labels.
Is there regionalism? Regionalism?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
regionalism, there's a lot of
Tribalism.
regionalism because of the polarity that's happening in the country. I think inspired by politics of this country.
Alright.
You know, re setse re simolotse re boetse ko diong tse tsa go bitsa but you know, like you know, we harutlwani because of our politics in the country, and it's an amodi silence of music. Autitsa Devon have been resisting Mapiano for the longest time because of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're pelaka language, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of that.
Nomadic, as the media blackballed Motswako? You in Gabs, you know what they're playing there?
Back home, I think it has saved it.
Okay.
Nice.
A lot of South African musicians, Bakwaito, Bakali, they perform a lot ko Botswana and get paid.
And
top
hip
dollar.
hop. And Motswako.
And radio spins have been healthy on that regard.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
So I can't say.
There's been a negative in that sense. Yeah. Skills?
I'm not even going to explain. Yes, they have blackballed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're honest.
Mojo.
You're on radio, so you know what you're talking about.
Did you already read it, guys? Yeah, I know. No. I think in closing, Mojo, episode finale, episode 8, Dinaledi.
Yeah.
This has been a wild trip for us.
Yeah.
The three of us and everyone who.
It's too much history here.
Yeah. Everyone who came through.
Yeah.
I think. But over Shabel and this thing, Kalabara Boza every day.
Yeah.
When is the next episode? I think. For now, Rituale Buntle. So I think nobody can surpass this. But I want a hyper relation.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Before Rituale actually, give us a group I know camera shy.
Everybody coming.
Okay, doesn't come through. It's fine. Everybody.
No more.
So now you understand why I keep away from everything.
Everybody.
It's politics.
This was amazing.
That's all it is.
Now I want all of us to share us.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough time.
My baby. I was thinking, you're going to push a Musaka.